We are the bays, inlets, rivers, lakes, and streams.
Our people originate from the 7 southernmost watersheds of the Puget Sound known to us as the Salish Sea.
We are of the Sut people.
Stuchus.
Squaxut.
Tapiqua. Sut.
Squash.
Dah cha-cha-ash.
A Hute people.
We are
To kick off the 52nd Annual Superintendent's High School Art Show, please welcome Black Hills High School's Jazz Band.
Good morning. We'd like to welcome everybody who's joining us, both in person and those joining us virtually. To begin, I'd like to introduce my co-MC, Kiana Hirsch, Shelton High School student and senior. I met Kiana this past fall as a Running Start student in my music fundamentals class at Olympic College. That class is a lot more rigorous than it seems like it would be from just the title, marrying conservatory ear training, basic music theory, form, harmonic analysis, scale patterns, solfege, and much more. I've never seen a student apply herself so rigorously to the material and concepts like Kiana did in that class. And from what I've come to learn about her since, this is how she applies herself everywhere.
And I'd like to introduce my co-host, Matthew Melendez of the Great Bend Center for Music and Olympic College. Matthew's work centers on music's power as a community development tool. Community leaders and stakeholders can use music to build civic engagement, a stronger economy, health, wellness, and educational equity. Music can be used in concert with more traditional social supports to address social issues like homelessness and addiction, to build the tax base, and to lower education costs while improving graduation rates. You can learn more about all of that work at greatbendmusic.org.
We're here today, of course, to celebrate OSPI's leadership. The Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction's mission is to prepare all students for post-secondary education, careers, and active civic participation. The agency works with 295 public school districts and 8 state tribal education compact schools, distributing funding, resources, and support to ensure every student in Washington has access to a quality public education.
The Superintendent's annual art show has become a proud Washington state tradition. Since 1973, high school students from around the state have taken part in regional art shows hosted by the 9 educational service districts. Finalists from those regional shows are invited to showcase their work in the Superintendent's High School Art Show. At the state level, student artwork is evaluated and pieces are chosen for statewide recognition.
Superintendent Chris Reichdahl is a visionary leader with a transformative approach to public education and a deep commitment to putting students first in all that he does. He's recognized for challenging the status quo to address the changing needs of students and the economy. He has led some of the most groundbreaking transformations in Washington's K-12 public education system in recent decades. Please welcome Superintendent Chris Reichdahl.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Washington Center. Welcome to Olympia. We look forward to you spending all of your disposable income at lunch today in local restaurants. I say that jokingly, but also I am going to challenge you a little bit to think about all that it entails to be in the arts. On a day like today where we celebrate our students, we can sort of sometimes get ourselves believing that the purpose of art is merely to create by an individual and display, which you'll see a lot of amazing artists today in their work. It's actually so much bigger than that. The arts empower our economy. They underwrite almost everything we do. So today, as you explore our community and you go home, look at everything you touch and see and feel. Every cup and its design, every color that you see. From visual arts that you're going to watch in your programming tonight on television to everything about our world is infused with the arts. And that's why for us at OSPI, 52 years into the art show, we want to make sure we showcase student art. There's a tendency in our state and in our country to believe that it's a one-off, it's an addition. Art is basic education. It's core education in the state of Washington. So to the artists today, a huge congratulations. Give it up one more time, by the way, to a bunch of artists you just heard, Black Hills High School Jazz Band. Go Wolves. I graduated 2 Wolves, so I'm very, very happy to see that program and its amazing development. I also get the great honor of introducing one of our award recipients, Lily Marsh. We're going to bring Lily's video up here and then I'll make a comment or two on it, but I do want to say to all of the artists today, congratulations. You've got some amazing work you're showcasing. And the breadth of people we bring to look at that art, I think, is a testament to how much leadership in our education system cares about this work. From state superintendent to the governor to educator associations to administrators to our staff at OSPI. And then later, I just cannot wait for you to get over to the castle, as we call it, just a block away to see student art and again, to see the artistry of the architecture I would also encourage you all to read a sign on the front of the building. It was on the picture, on the lower right part of the picture, so the right side out in there. Go take a look at something that happened in that building a long time ago, particularly for the young women in this audience who persistently face barriers in this country. There was an important vote that took place in that building when it was our state's capital. So take a look at that sign and enjoy your day. So with that, let's show a video from Lily Marsh, our winner of the Superintendent's Award, and I'll have a few remarks after that.
Hello, my name is Lily, and my piece is called Serenity. In my artwork, I wanted to capture the peaceful feeling we all try to achieve, but the community and hard work that it takes to get there. I was inspired to make this piece by the world around us today. Life has been very chaotic for many people right now, and all we truly want is to live with this feeling of peace, but it takes work to get there, and that's what I wanted my artwork to represent. In order to achieve the feeling I wanted, I used a warm underlayer with a cool overlayer to create a warm feeling in this overall cool painting. In my painting, I added a sun to represent that warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you think of the feeling of serenity, and I used bees to represent the hard work and community that it takes to get there. Overall, my piece is about serenity and the community.
Awesome. That's Lily Marsh with the piece called Serenity, everyone. So give it up for her, and I'd make a few remarks about this. Every year I get to choose a piece, and I'm honored to do that, and often I find myself reflecting my own children, and so I find pieces of art that inspire me from my own kids and their passion and all that. This year, my tribute is really to students all over the state, and they are the bees in this piece of art for me. And Lily mentioned it in her comments here, but the beauty that surrounds us, the hope, the light, the colors, spring is in the air, things are blooming, life is vibrant. Sometimes it feels awfully heavy, and you don't see that. And what I want to sort of recognize is, to Lily's comments and points and to the bees that she intentionally put in her piece of art, this is an oil, there is work to be done to create joy and beauty and hope. The bees are pollinators. They spend an enormous amount of time from one flower to another, sharing what is essential for the next flower to have life and to have that color and that vibrancy that we enjoy so much. So to everybody here today, enjoy the art show and be the bumblebees of our society. Pick up that pollen and pollinate something else. Be the givers of love and joy and hope and light. It doesn't happen without hardworking, busy bees. So today, be a busy bee and have a fantastic art show. Thank you, everyone. My last part today is to share with you that the governor of the state of Washington, we have a new governor, as you know, Governor Bob Ferguson, also gets to make a choice. Governor Inslee was an incredible personal artist himself, and he and his wife, First Lady Trudy Inslee, were at our office and engaged, and so it's really nice that Governor Inslee in his new role has continued to participate. So the governor does have a choice award here, and we're going to start with the artist, and then I believe there's an honoring of the artist. So we'll start with the governor's choice here.
Hi, I'm Leanne Higgins. I'm the artist of the chase. First off, before I even started drawing the fish, I wanted to study anatomy so that I could competently draw the fish in the positions that I wanted them in. So I looked up a lot of images of rainbow trout and Chinook salmon because those are the fish in the drawing. And to get the scales on the fish, this is where the technique comes in. I did little notches and different colors for shading purposes, and also to make the scales really stand out so that it looked like scales, kind of give that a
Hi, this is Governor Bob Ferguson, and I want to express my big congratulations to Leanne Higgins from R.A. Long High School in Longview for her beautiful work of art, The Chase. And Leanne, I want you to know this piece really inspired me. For the past couple weeks, I've been busy here in Olympia, working through the end of the legislative session. It's been really challenging, and but in the last couple weeks, I had a chance to look at some really wonderful art from many different students across our state, and it was great to get a break from the work, and that's what art does, kind of inspire us and give us a break. And all of your artwork contributed to that, and you especially as being one that especially moved me. Just the vibrant colors you used made the salmon jump right off the page, and it's impressive how much work you put into capturing the true essence of these creatures to make the artwork as realistic as possible. I also especially appreciate the composition of the piece. To me, it demonstrated precision and artistic skills that I admire. And in addition, look, salmon are critically important to Washington's ecosystem and culture, and so I just appreciated you focusing on that. Look, I'm no artist, I have to admit, but my late uncle was a professional artist. If you come, and you should, Leanne, come to visit me sometime, you'll see a bunch of his artwork in my office here. And my daughter, who's in high school, dabbles a bit as well. So I certainly appreciate artwork like this that can help inspire Washingtonians to really, in this case, help preserve the natural beauty of our state and a really critical species. Finally, I just want to congratulate everybody, all the talented artists who submitted artwork for this art show. I just really enjoyed going through it and was impressed by all of your talent. There were more than 100 entries from artists all across Washington State, and the volume of high-quality work certainly made it extremely difficult to narrow down my selection. It's clear to me you all have a bright future in the arts, and I want to thank OSPI for including me in the judging this year, and thanks again for giving our students an outlet for creative expression. Congratulations to all of you.
It is a long-standing tradition for OSPI colleagues to select a piece of student artwork to honor.
This artwork is titled Coleoptera, after the scientific word for beetle. Depicted in the artwork is me and my grandpa, who is showing me a beetle, and in every aspect represents the inspiration for my love of nature. Moments like this with my grandpa shaped me into the person who I am today, and I am very grateful for the memories I have of my Grandpa Johnny and all of the things he showed me in his lifetime. This piece is both a tribute to my grandfather and illustrates the beginnings of my current passions in the outdoors.
Overwhelmingly selected Coleoptera, hopefully I said that correctly, by Anna Kane. This drawing stands out for its remarkable realism and emotional depth. Using only pencil, Anna captured a quiet, intimate moment, possibly between a parent and child, with incredible attention to texture, light, and shadow. The focus on the hands convey tenderness and care, while the child's expression invites us into a moment of curiosity and trust. Anna's piece is a powerful example of the blending of technical skill and storytelling. Huge congratulations to Anna. And just by the way, some of our students are not here in person, but those students who are here in person, once you do receive your award, we'd ask that you stand in the center here so we can take a photograph with you and our presenter. So again, congratulations to Anna Kane.
There are 9 educational service districts, or ESDs, in the state of Washington. Created by the legislature over 50 years ago, ESDs work to ensure equitable educational opportunities for all students, urban and rural alike. ESDs are an essential partner in the efficient operation of Washington's 295 school districts and provide millions of dollars of services to schools through cooperatives, trusts, and competitive state, federal, and private funds. We would like to thank each ESD for their partnership. OSPI couldn't do it without you.
Altogether, there were 130 entries in this year's Superintendent's Art Show from all of the regional art show winners combined. We would like to thank our jurors for all of their time and consideration in selecting winning artwork for the Jurors' Choice Award. This year, our jurors panel included Deb Lull, Kelly Curtis, Tamar Crames, and Virginia Cummings.
Hi, my name is Molly McLeod, and I made Beatrice Amphibian. This project was really out of nowhere. I just sat down and I was like, what do I want to make? So I was looking through photos and I was like, that frog looks really funny. I gathered together all the random stuff I had at home, including 6 pieces of printer paper taped together, and I did each individual section of the frog on different pieces of paper, then taped those together. It's really weird, but it's what I had. And I just kept going at it, and eventually I had Beatrice Amphibian. I was shocked to figure out that I could do that because I'd never done anything in colored pencil except for like dollar store coloring books or like just coloring pages. Yeah, pretty crazy.
My name is Deb Lau, and I'm the president of the Zonta Club of South Puget Sound, and we work to build a better world for women and girls. I chose Life Up Close, Beatrice Amphibian by Molly, because of the way it made me feel. It really made me feel alive and connected. And it reminded me of a lesson that I learned from a dear artist friend many, many years ago. I was at his art show, and I was torn between 2 of his paintings. One of them matched the decor in my home, and the other one really touched me and moved me. And when I shared my dilemma with him, he said to me, where do you want to put this? And how do you want to feel in that space? And at that moment, I knew I had to select the one that moved me. And that's exactly what resonated with Molly's piece of art, is as soon as I saw it, I felt moved, I felt touched. I think it is stunning, and it is just a beautiful piece. So I've come to find out that art is not only what you see with your eyes, but it's how it makes you feel. So thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Marcella Mendoza, and I would like to talk about why and how I created my art piece, Me, Myself, and I. I really wanted to capture the messy, yet absolutely beautiful human experience, and I also wanted it to be a self-portrait. I wanted the painting to be about me, to show everything that I've experienced in my life as well. And I did that through abstract form. I love using the shapes and the colors and the fine detail to like write hidden messages. And I'm overall really proud of this piece, and I feel like it represents me as an artist. And I just want to give a shout out to my amazing art teachers, Brock Sadler, all of the Murphy family, and my parents. But thank you guys so much.
Hi, my name is Kelly Curtis, and I'm one of the jurors, obviously, but I have an interesting connection with this art show, being one of the previous winners I'm not sure which winner I was because there's so many awards, but it was 40 years ago, so I don't remember. But I chose Marcella's piece, Me, Myself, and I. It really stood out to me and drew my attention in. And in fact, the more I look at it, the more I see there's just so much going on. The beautiful colors and shapes and patterns that represent the many sides each of us have within ourselves. Each face tells a different story. But it also reminds me that all of the things that are going on in there, the multifacets to each of our personalities, our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, that really is what we have in this world. And we have to trust them, believe in them, rely on them, learn from them, because in the end, that's really all we have. So, I really just appreciate all the time and effort she put into making this piece. And I keep looking at it and seeing all the words in the background. It's almost like that's the white noise that's in our heads, and there's just so much going on, we can't possibly see it all and know it all, but we keep trying. So, thank you, Marcella. It's a beautiful piece.
Hello, my name is Soleil Olivera Hernandez, and this is my piece, Un Sueño de Hidalgo. So, I made this piece while recovering from ACL surgery, which meant 2 weeks of laying in my bed and practically zero movement. So, it was as I continued to try and get my mind off of it, the more this piece began to become more detailed and intricate with the composition. So, for my process, I always start off with a rough sketch to flesh out the gestures and the general feeling of the piece. After blocking in the colors, I essentially carve out the elements one by one with smaller brushes to finish the rendering process. And finally, I do some touch-ups with textured brushes to create some variation. Now, although my roots don't trace back to Hidalgo in particular, I pride myself on making pieces that others will resonate with, and even push them to feel some kind of cultural pride. Hence the sudden inclusion of elements that were more specific to Hidalgo. I truly want to voice my deepest gratitude and appreciation to have been selected to move on to this art show. I hope that everyone who views this can connect with the passion I have for art and continue to support young.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tamar Krames, and I work at the Washington State Arts Commission, also known as ArtsWA. My office is like 2 blocks that way. It is a great honor to be here today to just celebrate the creative capacity of youth. We need you all, young people, to be thinking creatively on behalf of all of us, because we all want to survive and thrive, and we need that creative thinking. I also just wanted to mention that I'm a longtime K-12 teacher and a visual artist myself. And if I could, I would take like 20 minutes to do a visual thinking strategy with this piece right here, because that's what educators do, is they want to hear their students' thoughts, and they put their students' thinking, front and center in everything they're doing. So I just want to take a moment, shout out to every single arts educator in the state of Washington. We need you as well. Now I'm going to zoom into this astonishing piece made by the artist Soleil Olivera Hernandez, coming from Pasco, Washington. This piece is titled Un Sueño de Hidalgo. It's incredible. I chose this piece because, first and foremost, it has a narrative that I found hit me very clearly. And to me, this was a narrative of looking to the future with hope and connection and love, while also being rooted in legacy, heritage, cultural strength, and ancestral wisdom. It came across very clearly to me. And she also clearly knows how to draw, really draw and paint and layer and use digital tools, and most importantly to weave all of that together to tell an important story, and it hits so clearly. So thank you, Soleil, for all your work. That's it. Thank you.
My name is Ruby Koski, and my art piece, Mountain Goat, was inspired by our local wildlife. This is one of the first watercolors that I was able to sell, and I'm very proud of it because it was one of the biggest pieces that I've ever painted in the detail that I've done. I'm very proud of this piece because it's both won Best in Show this year, and it's also one of the pieces that I learned a lot from. It's definitely made me a better artist after making this piece because I learned different skills. I'm not one to do backgrounds very much, but I really challenged myself with doing the mountains in this one, and I'm very proud of how it turned out. And I really love this piece, and I'm very honored to get Best in Show this year again with it.
Hello, my name is Virginia Cummings, and I'm an artist and on the board of an organization called Island Arts on Anderson Island. Firstly, I want to say that I am honored to be a juror for this event. My pick was watercolor, a painting by Rudy called Mountain Goat. At first glance, I noticed the composition of this painting and how my eyes were drawn to the focal point, which is the goat itself. But there were also enough interest to draw your eyes to all the edges of the painting. At closer look, as an artist who has worked in watercolor before, I was impressed with the colors, the textures that this artist was able to execute with watercolor paints. Thank you.
The Superintendent's Art Show is supported by many organizations that deeply cherish arts education. Each participating organization selects a piece of student artwork and presents an award to the selected artist. Each statewide winner is recognized with a $200 award, a trophy, and a certificate from OSPI. The next set of awards are from arts organizations whose primary focus is on arts and culture. These three nonprofit organizations, Arts Ed Washington, Centrum, and Inspire Washington, are hugely instrumental in nurturing arts education, creative development, and cultural enrichment across our state. Each brings a unique and impactful approach to fostering artistic expression and accessibility for all.
Arts Ed Washington is dedicated to ensuring that all students in Washington State have access to a complete education that includes the arts. They believe that the only equitable way to reach every child is to teach the arts at school during school hours. As a nonprofit organization, Arts Ed Washington is devoted specifically and exclusively to advancing and increasing arts education in K-12 schools.
Centrum, located in Fort Worden State Park near Port Townsend, Washington, is a multidisciplinary nonprofit arts organization that presents workshops and performances in a wide variety of artistic disciplines. Centrum's mission is to foster creative arts experiences that change lives. They exist to present, promote, and honor traditional and evolving arts, offering programs for a diverse array of learners that focus on the intersection of the arts and creative education.
Inspire Washington increases public access to arts, heritage, and science activities through advocacy, resource development, and education, and coalition building. Their mission is to strengthen communities and nurture the human spirit by increasing access to science, heritage, and arts programming throughout Washington. Together, these organizations exemplify the power of collaboration in enriching our cultural landscape and ensuring that the arts remain an integral part of education and community in Washington.
The Arts Education Washington Award will be presented by Executive Director Miranda Hine.
Hi, my name's Annabella Verano. My SI this year is about my secondhand addiction. This piece specifically, which is called Two Crows Sitting in a Tree, Growing, is about a mother and daughter that are like stuck with each other. That's why they're crows. They're not like swans. They like swan dive, and it's like spiritual transformation, but they're tight basically. The mom's like holding the child and she has a flask. The mom has a flask inside her back pocket, which shows that she is dealing with addiction or alcoholism, and she is taking care of the child or has the responsibility now. But they're looking into a new horizon of trees and like blue skies, so it's not going to be all bad, but they're in it together basically. And other stories I just did things how addiction can get into relationships with other people or just yourself and change your whole life.
Thank you. My name's Miranda, and I am thrilled to present this award on behalf of the directors from Arts Ed Washington. Our board chose this piece because of its emotional impact, its narrative depth, and layered symbolism that was all conveyed through strong composition and technique. Visually, we were drawn first to the vibrant green landscape that was contrasted by everyday details in the jeans and the white t-shirts, and tank top. The textures show a lot of technical skill, again, in the clothing, in the hair, and then in the unfinished frame. There's also a relatable emotional connection between the two figures.
My name is Jacqueline Mention with the Centrum Foundation, and we selected the piece Just a Few Chickens for a number of reasons. First and foremost, we just loved the composition. There's so much movement that it conveyed, and while it has muted colors and a muted palette, it's still so dynamic with its pops of color. And most of all, we just loved the sense of unique artistic perspective that it conveyed. And we're really happy about this piece.
The Inspire Washington Award will be presented by Deputy Director Jesse Wasson.
I'm Hannah Roberts. My piece is Freedom's Duality, and what it shows is you see a mourning dove front and center. It's seen flying within a beautiful sky. It's a bright blue sky with a sunset and these nice clouds. And what I used with it is color pencils. Prismacolor is what I use. I have many tactics that I use, such as like using my own thumb to blend out colors, or just going over darker colors with lighter colors as much as I can, doing circles. In fact, if you could see the paper, it's kind of on the back side like bumpy from how much I blend into it, how much pressure. It's not really flat anymore. But the piece itself, you can see, as I mentioned, the mourning dove, and then off to the side there is a falcon. The word that I'm trying to give, to portray, is how even amidst freedom, when you feel at your freest, per se, you're as free as you've ever been, everything is great, it's beautiful, you know, you have no limits. But little do you know, off to the side there's a falcon bird who also resembles freedom, but doesn't necessarily make you free in any sense, as it is your very own predator.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jessie Wasson. I'm the Deputy Director for Inspire Washington. It's really exciting to be here with all of you today. This piece by Hannah, we were really struck by the colors and the vibrancy of it. It was really inspiring to see the bird with his arms completely outstretched and ready to take on the day. We were really moved by it, and we're really honored to choose it. So congratulations to Hannah.
The arts aren't only nurtured in secondary education. Creativity begins much earlier. Up next, we're thrilled to welcome a group of talented young performers who remind us that passion for expression starts young. Please give a warm welcome to our special guests, Ardmore Elementary School's Hindi Cultural Dance Group.
My name is Madhavi, I'm from Alapi. My name is Madhavi, I'm from Alapi. I speak Malayalam, but I'm just like you.
My name is Nattuvar, I'm from Srinagar. My name is Nattuvar, I'm from Srinagar. I speak Kashmiri, but I'm just like you.
My name is Subrada, I'm from Kolkata. My name is Subrada, I'm from Kolkata. I speak Bengali, but I'm just like you.
My name is Vasundhara, I'm from Vadodara. Vasundhara, I'm from Vadodara. I speak Gujarati, but I'm just like you.
My name is Arundhati, I'm from Guwahati. My name is Arundhati, I'm from Guwahati. I speak Assamese, but I'm just like you.
My name is Benjamin, I'm from Panjim.
My name is Rani Mai. I'm from Chennai. My name is Rani Mai. I'm from Chennai. I speak Tamil, but I'm just like you.
My name is Jaswinder. I'm from Chandigarh. My name is Jaswinder. I'm from Chandigarh. I speak Punjabi, but I'm just like you.
My name is Madhuri. I'm from Ratnagiri. My name is Madhuri. I'm from Ratnagiri. I speak Marathi, but I'm just like you.
My name is Bindiya. I'm from India. My name is Bindiya. I'm from India. I speak Hindi and I'm just like you. And I'm just like you. And I'm just like you.
I have to apologize. After all that cuteness and beauty, you have to deal with me now. But how wonderful and what a blessing for those children to not only have that opportunity to dance, but to have that opportunity to celebrate the diversity of cultures we have in this amazing state of ours. We're incredibly grateful for our next group of organizations and their participation in this show every year. Together, these organizations form the backbone of Washington's public education system. From setting professional standards to advocating for equitable policies, these groups ensure that students, educators, and support staff have the resources and leadership they need to thrive.
The Professional Educator Standards Board strengthens Washington's educator workforce through professional standards, policy, and innovation. Their mission is to ensure an equity-minded educator workforce that facilitates learning and growth for each and every student.
The Washington State School Directors Association, WSSDA, empowers Washington's school board leaders for student success. They offer an array of supports, events, and resources for leadership, development, legislative advocacy, and policy and legal compliance.
The Association of Washington School Principals supports principals and the principalship in the education of all students. They believe strong leaders create strong schools and strong students, and have been a leading voice in education since 1972.
And the Washington Education Association, WEA, advocates for excellence, inclusion, and a racially equitable public school system for all students, staff, and communities. Their mission is to strengthen public education for educators, students, and our communities.
The Washington Association of School Administrators is committed to leadership in providing equity and excellence in student learning. They develop competent, ethical, and visionary leaders by providing member services, offering growth opportunities, and promoting community and legislative support for education.
Lastly, the Public School Employees of Washington is a labor union dedicated exclusively to representing education support professionals in Washington State's public education system. Their mission is to improve the lives of members and their families, empowering them to have a greater impact on their communities and the next generation.
Together, these organizations exemplify the collaborative spirit and dedication required to foster a robust and inclusive educational environment in Washington State. Presenting the Professional Educator Standards Board Award is Communications and Media Director Austin Majors.
Hello everyone, my name is Dongwoo Jung and I'm a junior from Newport High School. I'm extremely honored to be presenting you my artwork, Misha Missouri. This charcoal drawing depicts an African-American man with sunlight brushing across his face, catching on the curves of his skin and the tiny motionless beads of sweat. His side eye doesn't shout, it speaks in silence. It's steady, cautious, and full of story. Stories is what matters. I use soft blending and deep contrasts to echo the tension between pride and pain. My inspiration came from endurance and American patriotism. To me, this piece honors the quiet fighters, the ones who shaped this country without applause. His glance says, I carried its weight, and I still.
My name is Austin Majors with the Professional Educator Standards Board. I would like to say congratulations to our team selection, number 78, Maisha, Missouri. Is the title of the piece that we selected. And we selected this piece for multiple reasons. From a technical aspect, the use of charcoal to create such a photorealistic image was quite impressive. Many of our staff made note in particular of the use of shadow and light in the subject matter's facial expressions as being one particular note of emphasis. But moving really beyond the technical, I think what really solidified this as our team selection was the emotional impact that this piece had on us. For some, it made them think of contextual stories, while for others, they thought of the inner monologue that might be going on in that particular subject's mind as it was depicted in this piece. But regardless of what exactly it made people feel, the emotions for everybody that they felt was quite powerful. So congratulations.
Presenting for the Washington State School Directors Award is graphic designer Robbie McClellan.
Hi, my name is Lucy Kwan, and I'm a junior at Lincoln High School. My piece is titled Bubbled Memories, and it depicts a moment in my childhood that shaped me into who I am today. Spending my early years in nature has helped me find home in the outdoors, and so growing up alongside climate change that's altering our environment has inspired me to become passionate about environmental conservation and activism. And I made this piece to show one of the moments that influenced my identity today. I decided to use acrylic paint because I wanted to use vivid colors that capture the way that we used to see the world when we were kids. And by using acrylic, I was also able to add a physical aspect to the painting by using three-dimensional brush strokes.
My name is Robbie McClellan. I'm the senior graphic designer for the Washington State School Directors Association, where we support the work of 1,477 school board members across the state. It is, as always, my pleasure and privilege to present WASDA's award to this outstanding student artist. This acrylic painting, Bubbled Memories, is by Lucy Kwan, a student at Lincoln High School, part of ESD 121. Bubbled Memories evoked a strong sense of nostalgia, often inspiring our staff to recall fond memories of their own childhood experiences or memories of their own children. Our executive director loved how this piece captures the calm yet intense side-by-side play that children can do for hours, together but in their own worlds. Therefore, WASDA would like to extend our congratulations to Lucy Kwan from Lincoln High School for her piece Bubbled Memories, our agency's award winner for the 2025 Superintendent's High School.
Here to present the Washington Education Association Award is President Larry Delaney.
My name is Paige Devi, and this is my painting, A Failure. To me, it represents the struggle that a lot of student artists go through when prioritizing and balancing their art in their classwork. I wanted to make this piece a still life, as if you were looking down at your own school supplies. This piece can be interpreted many different ways, but my favorite is the idea that the grades on the Chromebook aren't actually the students' true grades, but that they simply see themselves as a failure in everything but their passion. This idea was very easy for me to come up with conceptually, but in creation, this painting was quite a challenge. Simple, minuscule items that I personally look down at every day held many more intricacies than I had thought, which made its completion
Good morning, I'm Larry Laney, president of the Washington Education Association. And you bear with me for just a moment. Art is so important. And in a day and age where school funding is tight, it is generally the first thing to be cut with budgets. Yet, for so many students, it's their place, it's their hook. It's what keeps them in school. It's where they find their place. And as we look at some of the challenges facing public education right now, it's so important that in tough times we do not abandon the arts. And as I take a look at this, before my role as president of the Washington Education Association, I was a high school social studies and math teacher for 25 years. And as I think of the number of students who may not have excelled in math, may not have been the best writers, the best critical thinkers, but art was their thing. And over those 25 years, I couldn't count the number of students who would come in and say, hey, do you want to see this picture I took? Can I show you this painting that I did? Will you come to my play? Will you come to my concert? And so as I look at this, and the work that Paige did, it spoke to me, and it spoke to the mission of WEA. And there's times in society we place value on certain things over others. And we need to make sure that we focus on that fourth grade down there, the drawing. That is so important. So Paige, thank you so much.
The Washington Association of School Administrators Award will be presented by Executive Director Joel Ahn.
Hi, I'm Sierra Wallace. I'm from Olympia High School, and my piece is called Mid-Flight. My inspiration for this piece was a childhood memory from my old house in California. We used to have a giant oak tree out front, and every year herons would come and roost in it, and so this core memory really ties me back to my childhood home. Another goal that I have in working on this piece was to continue practicing my medium of choice, which is pen and ink. I like to create repetitive patterns in each of my pieces and give interesting patterns and textures to the nature and animals I draw. And drawing patterns over and over is a very meditative and soothing process to me, and it improves my state of mind. And I hope by looking at my pieces that it also improves other people's state of mind. I'm very proud of how this piece turned out, and I'm glad I get to
The Public School Employees of Washington Award will be presented by Heather Christensen, State President.
Hello, my name is Maddie Spanos, and I'm a senior from Oak Harbor High School, and the piece that I made is called Harmful Attachment. I originally made this piece to highlight the emotional connection and the draining nature of obsession. I chose to make two hearts because a heart is often seen as a symbol of vulnerability. This is my way of exploring the themes of true love versus obsession, and this allows the growth from within. One heart my piece is smaller than the other, and this symbolizes the exhaustion that obsession can bring. The techniques that I used to create this piece include slipping and scoring each valve onto the base of the heart, and then I used red glaze all over the piece and then fired it.
Good morning, I'm Heather Christensen with Public School Employees of Washington. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you for including us in this event. We selected this piece for its profound emotional depth and technical mastery. The vivid red hearts, connect yet strained by their shared vessels, symbolize the complexity of relationships, how love can bind us but also hurt us when attachment turns toxic. The artist's choice, Madison, of ceramics, a fragile yet enduring medium, mirrors the delicate balance of human connection. Every detail, from the glossy texture to the intricate vessels, showcases exceptional skill and creativity. Harmful attachment not only captivates visually, but also sparks a deep reflection on the nature of love and dependency, making it truly deserving of this recognition. Congratulations, Madison.
The Washington Arts Education Association is a longtime partner of the Superintendent's Art Show. They sponsor 3 awards: the Youth Art Month Flag, the Tribute Award, and the Washington Art Education Association Award. Here to present those awards is Co-President Becky Broyles.
Hi, my name is Chloe Crouch. I am a senior at Hanford High School, and I also happen to be one of the 4 students taking an Advanced 2 Metals and Jewelry program at our school. I made my pomegranate locket last semester as a part of a small show we held for the advanced students in our class. My locket was the first piece I started planning out in my collection, and it happened to be the one I continued to work on all the way until the day before our show. My inspiration circled around the idea of red shown in nature, and I wanted to recreate that in jewelry, but without using the actual color. I wanted this to be my statement piece, so I needed to make it stand out. As I worked through my process, I made some mistakes, which any jeweler would, which only caused me to take a whole new route. My piece had melted on the top left corner of the locket, and I felt so defeated. My teacher was there to inspire me to make something special out of my mistake, and this is where the bite marks came into play, which helped me finish my whole collection and make it something new. My mistake I made caused my piece to be so much more special than before because it made it so much more unique. I remember during my second semester and sophomore year as a Jewelry 1 student, I always wanted to make a locket, but I thought I wouldn't have the skill. I'm so thankful for this class and that it gave me the chance to push myself and try something new because it led me to reach this opportunity that I never thought I would achieve.
Hi, I'm Becky Broyles, co-president of the Washington Art Education Association. We represent the visual art and media arts educators of the state of Washington. And our members are pre-service members to museum educators, to university educators, to pre-K to 12. We are your art teachers. So please say thank you to your art teacher today. Give them a hug, side hug, and appreciate all the extra hours that they put in for you and your students. With honor this year, we have Marta Olsa to present this award.
I was very happy to see this piece entered in the show. And part of the reason is I love the work itself and the technical skill. But in 1969, when I decided to be an art educator, there was not a lot of metals, ceramics, or glass in the classroom, which I love to call the fire arts. And I think this student did an amazing thing because, like a lot of the work we do, we make a mistake. We make an error. And I'm sure if you've been teaching, there's times where your students say, oh, it's ruined. I can't fix it. And those often are the strange attractors or the moments that sometimes we call a happy accident. And in this piece, she describes the part on the upper left as she overheated the piece. And I thought, oh, I've done that plenty of times. And what she did is she saved it, and it ended up being an important part of the piece. Also, she's done fabrication and casting, and I just Even though there's a lot going on in it, it's very simple. So that is why I selected this piece.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Mark Moody. I am an educator in Seattle Public Schools, and I'm the co-president-elect for the Washington Art Educators Association. Every year in March is Youth Art Month, and nationally, each state runs a competition for artists to create artwork for a specific prompt, for a specific brief. And this year it is healing through color. And so nationwide, each state has artists contribute, and then each state has a committee that chooses the flag that represents their theme the best. So this one by Lillian Pak, Emerald Remedy is the title of the actual artwork. This one came to the surface because of the way that the theme was addressed. The encompassing of the entire state of Washington was held in this artwork, with Seattle and pine trees on the left, the fish in the mountain in the middle, and the orchards on the right representing Eastern Washington. We thought it was a complete capture of the theme and the state of Washington. And this flag was set up at the National Art Educators Association convention in Louisville, Kentucky this year. And this flag truly stood out amongst all of the other states as one of the, in my estimation, one of the best. I'm not biased. But it really did stand out amongst all the rest. So a round of applause for Lillian's work. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone, and I have to give a shout out to my Ardmore Eagles. My name is Jessica Holloway. I'm their art teacher, and I am the awards chair for the Washington Art Education Association. So, and I'm here today to present the Tribute Award. The Washington Art Education Association Tribute Award is given annually to an individual or group who over time has made significant contributions and or service to WAEA in the following areas: leadership, learning, advocacy, and assessment. This year's recipient is Marta Olson. For over 40 years, Marta Olson has been a visionary leader in arts education, inspiring countless students and educators across Washington state. From her role as visual and performing arts program manager at Seattle Public Schools to her work as a private consultant and artist, Marta has dedicated her life to creating equitable, innovative, and arts-integrated learning experiences. Marta's vision and leadership were instrumental in founding the JEDI arm of WAEA, that stands for Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. Her remarkable career includes leading district-wide initiatives, mentoring new educators, and championing the power of the internet arts to transform lives. Marta's legacy of creativity, leadership, and community impact continues to inspire generations. Congratulations, Marta.
Thank you. Okay, what are we doing?
We're going, I think we're going.
Oh, okay.
Well, first you take your picture. First we take the picture.
Okay.
What, are we going over there? Yeah. Oh.
Our final two partner organizations are the Washington State PTA and the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association. The Parent-Teacher Association Award will be presented by Denise Davis, who is returning OSPI's Elementary Education Content Director.
Unfortunately, Betty Gibbons, the representative from Washington State PTA, will not be able to join us today. Do you want to show the video? I'm sorry, started too soon.
Hi, I'm Miriam Orr, and I created the resurfaced art piece. So my inspiration for this art piece is the ocean. I love the ocean so much, and one of my favorite ocean spots to go visit is the Oregon coast. And I think the reason why I really love the Oregon coast is it's filled with all the nature and natural stuff around the Oregon coast is just incredibly beautiful. And the most cool aspect to me are barnacles. The techniques that I used were throwing a bowl on a wheel and then hand building the little barnacles on afterwards. And then I finished it off with some natural glaze and regular glaze, a little combination of both, just to really emphasize the contrast. I really like the way it turned out, so I hope you guys will too. Thank you for watching my video and taking the time to do all this.
Betty would like
because when we were kids, our father wouldn't spend money on us a lot because he did not like to. And so me and my sister distinctly remember our shoes being frayed or too small. I remember my feet getting shoved into shoes that were too small for me. And she remembers her shoes practically falling apart on her feet. There are discrete blood splatters on the side as well because abuse isn't always visible to the naked eye. And I didn't get help until I was around 10 years old, and until the majority of my siblings were already adults and it was too late for them. Tattered Paths is dedicated to a larger group of people than just us though, which is why I changed the name to Save Our Souls, because there is a large group of people that needed saving and have never received it, and I wanted people to know that they weren't alone.
Obviously, we all walk different paths in our lives, and sorry, that's a
very, very meaningful. So I appreciate that story. But on behalf of the WIA, our staff is not a very large staff. We are 13 people in our office overseeing all of the sports and activities, which include some of the arts with speech and debate, music, and theater in the thespian group. So we do represent a multitude of students across our state, and we are happy to do so. But among our 13, we are a bunch of sneakerheads. And so this piece in particular spoke to us for a variety of reasons. One, because of the description of the art itself by Kaylin, but also that the sculpture of tattered high tops that have been well used and well loved in their visibility was undoubtedly relatable to our staff as we each walk our own path. The blue ceramic Converse created by Kaylin from Kelso High School immediately caught our eye. Tattered paths reminded us not only of the classic look that spans generations and a look that has had a huge role in the evolution of athletics and streetwear, but also the wear and tear that comes with dedication on the courts, in the studio, in the passion and the lives of students across our state, and all the other students that walk their own path every day in Washington State. Much like the athletes and the students that we support, this piece shows that true impact does not come from staying pristine. It comes from putting yourself fully into your craft, into your life, and we're proud to have this artwork represent the WIA and celebrate the intersection of sports, creativity, and student expression. Thank you.
Next, please enjoy this charming video clip of Capitol High School Theater Department performing Shakespeare's beloved A Midsummer Night's Dream. Not the whole thing, just a clip.
Is all of our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Pray, here is a list of every man's name throughout all Athens thought fit to play in our interlude for the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors. So grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. And Mary, now, good. Petra, Queens, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the shite shoveler.
Ready? Name what part I'm for. Pyramus and Thisbe, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Yes! What is Pyramus? A lover. Or a tyrant.
It's a lover who kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms.
Francis Flute, the
Here!
florist.
Petra Quince.
Flute, you are to take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
Nay, it is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Hey, Faith, let me not play a woman. I am a beer coming.
It's all well, you shall play it in a mask, which will speak as small as you will.
I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe! Thisbe! Ah! Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lady dear, huh?
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Proceed.
Robin Starveling, the horse wrangler.
Here, Petra Quince.
You must play Thisbe's mother, I, Thisbe's father, and Snub, the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Do you have the lion part written? Pray thee give it me, for I am slow to say.
You may do it extempore, for it's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will make any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, ha 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 ha, let him roar again.
And you would do so too terribly that you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, "Ah!" And that would be enough to hang us all.
Everybody
Hang us all.
I grant you, friends, if we should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you and twirl any nightingale. Roar!
You must play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a lovely, proper man as one might see on a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanly-like man. Therefore, you must play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Hi, I'm Claire Erickson, a junior at Kamaikan High School in Kennewick. When you think of a best friend, who comes to mind? I'm sure you think of someone who knows everything about you, who talks with you for hours on end, who makes you laugh out loud, who's there for you no matter what. I have friends like that, and they're what inspired me to create this piece. I decided to put the pinky promise as the focal point in this drawing to represent the bond that best friends have. I used charcoal and graphite to make the values darker on the hands so then they would stand out
Hi, my name is Erin Ireland, and I titled this drawing An Abundance of Nostalgia because of the feeling I get whenever I walk into Martin's Marketplace. I used colored pencils to help accomplish my vision of showing a picture of local grocery store. I was inspired by my hometown grocery store because it's not something that would normally come to mind when thinking of my hometown, Kashmir. However, you could ask anyone on the street about Martin's and they would know exactly what you were talking about. This drawing is representative of something everyone in my can identify with. It's a snapshot in time. Some things will change, but certain aspects will always remain the same, causing an abundance of nostalgia whenever you look at my drawing.
It kind of indicates that this is actually now. Erin attends Kashmir High School. Thank you both for sharing your artwork with me. The envelope that I have here is a letter that explains it all, and another certificate. But we finally need to get a picture. Congratulations to everybody. This has just been a great opportunity to be here. Thank you so much for allowing me to interrupt this wonderful program.
Thank you to all of you for joining us today, and congratulations to all of our student artists for their amazing artwork. Please don't forget to join us from noon to 2 p.m. just a few doors down at OSPI to experience these artworks in person and get a chance to meet with the artists who created them. We hope to see you there. Refreshments will be served. That was supposed to be in the other order.
Again, congratulations to all of our participating students, and thank you to everyone who made today's show a success. The interpreters, OSPI staff members, partner organizations, and of course, our student artists. We hope to see you all at the show immediately after at OSPI. Thank you.